We back up in this thing, man. The Premier League is back. We back from the World Cup, and we back to games like goddamn Crystal Palace versus Fulham, goddamn Everton versus the Wolves. We back to games like that. But hey, club football, I ain't gonna lie, I low-key kind of miss club football though. Here go the table on the screen right here after the conclusion of all the action of the return of the league. Arsenal still sitting lonely up there at that top spot with 40. Then we have Man City and Newcastle, close as hell, boy. Newcastle, hey, they been on one. Man City got 35, Newcastle sitting on 33. And then we also have Tottenham trailing them boys. They sitting at 4th with 30. And then we have Man United right behind Tottenham on their ass with 29 points. Honorable mention to my You Never Walk Alone boys and Liverpool boys. We sitting right outside the top 5 in 6th place after an abysmal start to the Premier League season, man. Now for the bottom 5 in the relegation race, we got Southampton in dead last with 12 points. Nottingham Forest and Wolves in 19th and 18th, both with 13. Then we have Everton and West Ham tied with 14 for the 17th and 16th place to round out that bottom 5. First game of the week started off with Brentford versus Tottenham. Where the hell was Hugo Lloris? I looked out there, they had Forster playing in Brentford, made them boys pay too because they came out, they two-piece real quick, boy. Had them boys down 2-0 in the second half. They got their first goal in the 15th minute. Vitaly Janelt had knocked that hoe in off a goalkeeper deflection. Then the second half came 54th minute. Brentford had them a corner cross that whole header. And oh, Ivan Toney was on the receiving end of that header to knock that ball in and say, bro, y'all should have took me to the goddamn World Cup. I want to go to Qatar. I ain't want to be at home doing nothing. Watch Harry Kane Scott penalty to the moon. You should have brought me because me, Ivan Toney, I would have made that pen. What'd he say? I don't know if he did that against Tottenham, but he did that. I forgot what club he did this against. But y'all should have took that man to the damn World Cup. I still don't see how y'all ain't do that. And speaking of Harry Kane, I ain't gonna lie. Harry Kane see Ivan Toney score. He took that as a challenge. He said, Ivan Toney. 9 minutes later, Tottenham had the rock, crossed the hell to the middle of the box. Harry Kane hopped up, headed that hoe to the back. He said, man, I'm Harry Kane, bro. Y'all not finna be out here slandering my name, disrespecting my name like that over this Ivan Toney bloke. I can still do what I do and score some goddamn goals. 6 minutes later, Hosberg got the ball past him in the middle of the box. He ended up equalizing the game for Tottenham, completing that 2-0 comeback. The game ended tied 2-2. Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Oh, Crystal, man. Fulham whooped their ass. And y'all already know I'm kind of fond of Fulham, though, because they got my boy Anthony Robinson over there and Big Tim Ream, who ended up scoring this game. 31st minute, Mitrovic crossed it to a cutting Cordova Reed for a header to get on the board. Then Crystal Palace got 2 red cards in a row after this. They had to play with 9 men. Y'all know I just started watching. I have never seen a team only with 9 men on the pitch. 34th minute, Tyreek Mitchell got a red card. And then in the 57th, James Tompkins got a red card for inadvertently elbowing Mitrovic in the goddamn mouth. 71st minute, Fulham made them boys pay. They had them a corner. My boy Tim Ream, Big Ream, struck that hoe in, scoring his first ever Premier League goal. And I say, yeah, Tim, big dog. Oh, Tim, that boy about 35 years old, peaking in his goddamn career. Shout out Tim Ream, man. Putting on for the OGs, putting on for the US of A. Then in the 80th minute, Mitrovic capped it off. Whelan had did a volley and Mitrovic low-key stole his little volley goal and he hopped up and hit that hoe in. But yeah, Fulham whooped a 9-man Crystal Palace 3-0. Everton versus Wolves, a bottom table matchup. Everton finna get their ass relegated, bro. 7 minutes in, Everton had them an early corner and Yerry Mina had headed that hoe in to put them boys on the board. Then in the 22nd, oh, Moutinho with a Trivela pop-up floater pass over everybody inside the box to Daniel Pottage, and he tapped that hoe in for one of the most beautiful goals of this season. Boy, what a pass, Moutinho. The game was tied 1-1 the rest of the game, and then in 5 minutes added time, 90th minute, 95th minute, whatever you want to call it, boom, Wolves on a counterattack. They running. Traore had the ball, crossed it to the middle, one dude fake hit it, and Nuri say, I appreciate your sacrifice, my boy. Ooh, hit that hoe in to give the Wolves the game winner, to get them boys a much needed 3 points. Like I said, they are bottom 5 in the league right now, so they need whatever whatever they can get to get jump started. Game winner for Wolves. Wolves ended up winning the game 2-1. Leicester City versus Newcastle. Oh, Newcastle are still in form, boy. Third place, sitting up on the table, real nice, real pretty, right on the damn coattails of Man City. 3 minutes in, Joe Linton got clipped inside the box, and Chris Wood ended up hitting that pin to put Newcastle on the board early. 4 minutes later, in the 7th minute, oh, Miguel Almiron, bro, he is still on that demon timing, boy. A dashing give and go, quickest give and go I've ever seen to Bruno. He hit that hole to Bruno, he took the hell off. Bruno gave it back real quick, and he just dashed through a whole bunch of blue shirts, dashed through everybody, knocked that hoe in. Miguel Almiron is a goddamn demon. Jack Grealish, you gotta be ashamed of yourself, boy. Then in the 32nd minute, to add insult to injury, Newcastle had them a corner, crossed that hoe. Joe Linton rolls up for a header. 3-0 Newcastle over Leicester, man. This game was over at halftime. Southampton versus Brighton. 14th minute, Adam Lallana scored against his own club, man. They crossed it to their boy. He headed it in to give Brighton an early 1-0 lead. 35th minute, Romain Perez scored an own goal. That man literally kicked that hoe damn near, like literally. He tried to clear it. It was a failed clearance. Went straight to the back of the net. It's 2-0 already. 56th minute, Solly March outside that Beezy, the first outside that Beezy of the week. Top left corner, it was a goddamn banger, banger, banger. And less than 10 minutes later, Southampton had got them a pin. James Ward-Prowse lines up to take it. He gets packed, and y'all know I hate this rule. I hate this rule with a passion. James Ward-Prowse got packed. The goalkeeper's all the way over here at the blocking the ball. The ball conveniently bounced back to him, and he ended up able to header that hoe in to give Southampton a point instead of the keeper getting his clean sheet, bro. I hate that rule with a passion. The end of this game should have been 3-0, but they did get that Mickey Mouse header after getting packed up on a penalty. The game ended 3-1. Brighton's way. Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Before we even talk about this game, oh, Cody Gakpo from Netherlands, the Dutchman, the Dutch boy who just had the World Cup of his life, just sold out during the World Cup. He's on his way to old Liverpool. You never walk alone, baby. Man United wanted that boy Eric Ten Hag. I don't know what happened, but they ended up fumbling the bag, and he ends up on his way to play with Mo, to play with Luis, to play with Darwin. Now, I don't know how that's gonna work out, because Cody Gakpo, he's a left winger, right? Luis Diaz is a left winger whenever Luis come back. You know what I'm saying? How that's go fluctuate between like the front three. But that's a good problem to have, though. That is a great problem to have. 5 minutes in, oh, Trent Arnold, he still ain't earned the Alexander back in his name with a deep cross over the top to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson, volley pass that hoe to Mo. Volley tap that hoe in, and Andy Robertson becomes the all-time leading defender in assists in Premier League history. Shout out Andy Robertson, man. Everybody clap it up. 37 minutes, Liverpool had them a corner. The ball ended up at the bottom of Mo's feet. Mo passed the big birds and birds. Big Virgil van Dijk ended up getting him a goal this game also. It was 2-0 going into halftime, and in the 59th minute, Aston Villa ended up getting on the board. It was a deep-ass cross to Ollie Watkins, and he ended up heading that hoe in bottom right corner to make the lead a little bit smaller. The score was 2-1. And bro, Darwin Nunez, this man is he has always get beautiful-ass chances, beautiful-ass positions to finish him a goal, and he just fumbles the bag every single time, bro. 79th minute, 18-year-old Stefan Bacchetta gets subbed on in the game. 2 minutes later, Darwin ends up shooting it. He gets blocked. Stefan swoops through in the middle of the box. Beautiful touch. Pop the ball to the left side. He follows the ball. Knocks it to the back of the net for his first senior goal of his career, to put the game out of reach, to make the score 3-1. Shout out young Stefan, man. Hey, I love to see them young boys do diligence. I love to see them do work. Hopefully he has a great career ahead of him. The game ended 3-1 Liverpool's way. Arsenal versus West Ham, man. Them Gunner boys, they still looking good. 27 minutes said Benrahma had got him a pin, and he knocked it in to give West Ham an early 1-0 lead. And the media just blew it out of proportion. I hate social media with a passion. I hate them BR football pages. I hate ESPN FC. I hate all of those pages, bro. Because after Benrahma made that pin, they all on social media like, going into the World Cup break, Arsenal was at the top of the list and West Ham was number 15. West Ham is leading Arsenal at the half. I'm like, bro, shut up. It is a whole 45 minutes of game left to play. They got them a simple pin. That's it. Anything for them clicks, I guess, man. We know what happened second half. Arsenal busted them in their goddamn mouth. 53rd minute, somebody tried to shoot it outside the beats, but it didn't quite work out, but it worked out at the same time because it turned into a pass. It ended up at the bottom of Buyaka's feet. Buyaka started the scoring off. 5 minutes later, 58th minute, Martinelli with a mean ass boom boom, little dribble move, and then knocked it in that corner pocket right there. 2-1 already. Then 9 minutes later in the 69th, Nakato with a boy. He LT bro, box bro out, and then he spun off for bro like a center in the goddamn NBA. He knocked it to that bottom right corner. Boy, that was nasty. Arsenal wins the game over West Ham 3-1 after social media made that whole big deal. Oh, West Ham is leading at the half. Man, stop it, bro. Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Michael B. Jordan was in the crowd. Y'all know he is now a minority owner of Bournemouth, them cherry boys. And this is his first game to go to, but sadly, Chelsea did whoop up on them boys. 16th minute, Raheem Sterling threw ball to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz slid, tapped that hoe in. 24th minute, Mason Mount with an outside that bees and stroked that hoe nicely to the bottom right corner. Then my boy Christian ended up getting him a goal, but they called it back because of a Mickey Mouse foul on Kai Havertz. And it was another time where that was pulling on Christian jersey when he had it in the middle of the box, and he should have got him a pin, but they ain't call it. I don't know what they got against my boy Pulisic, but y'all see how the offense look when Pulisic is in the starting lineup. Start my boy Christian. Start Captain America because that man is a dog. Y'all go quit sleeping on him. Y'all go quit sleeping on Christian Pulisic. But Chelsea ended up winning this game 2-0. Dos a cero. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. We all know how this game was going to turn out. 19 minutes, they had them across. Eriksen passed. They hold a goddamn Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford stroked that hoe in. 23rd minute, Marcus Rashford passed to Anthony Martial, and he had it at the top of the box. He stepped just inside of it, so it wasn't no outside the beach, but he did ended up scoring. Hit it at the bottom left corner. And at the end of the game, 87th minute, Casemiro stole the ball, intercepted the ball, passed that hoe to Fred. Fred ended up capitalizing. United with a 3-0 routing, 3-0 ass whooping against Nottingham Forest. Leeds versus Manchester City. Now, we all knew how this game was gonna go. I told y'all boys, he seen Mbappe taking all this shine away. Everybody talking about Mbappe in the World Cup, Mbappe this, Mbappe that. I say Haaland has to come out with a banger. He has to bang on somebody. He has to put the world back on notice when he comes back for that Premier League debut. Now, he already been doing work like in the Carabao Cup and all them like warm-up games. But hey, he didn't drop a hat trick this game, but he did end up getting him a brace. Right at the brink of halftime, 45th minute, 1 minute added time. Man City had that City Taka going in effect, passing that hoe across the box. Somebody shot it and it deflected, and Rodri ended up knocking it back in to give Man City the 1-0 lead going into the half. Right outside of halftime, old Erling Haaland is back on the scene. He has arrived. Him and Jack Grealish had a little counterattack, 2-on-1 situation. Jack Grealish easy threw ball to Erling. I knocked it in past the keeper because the keeper was focused on Jack. Erling Haaland is back on the board. First goal since the World Cup break. 64th minute, City Taka again. Kevin De Bruyne to Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish back to Erling Haaland for that strike to get Erling that brace to become the fastest player in Premier League history to reach 20 goals in a season. 20 goals in 14 games. Erling Haaland is a goddamn dog. He's back on the scene, boy. It was 3-0 Man City at this point. 73rd minute, Leeds had them a corner, and Pascal ended up hopping up and hitting that hoe in, make the score 3-1, and Leeds have come back from a 3-1 deficit in the second half before this season. But they failed to score. They failed to capitalize, man. Man City gets that dub over Leeds United 3-1. The race for that top spot in the Premier League and the race for top 5, race for top 4, whatever the hell, all of it is gonna be juicy as hell, boy. I can't wait to see how the rest of the season unfolds, and I'm definitely gonna hit a game in person before the season ends, man. I'm out.